Hi everyone. So I chose the case of Dorita, and I specifically chose Dorita because as a child I also grew up in the projects and befriended a lot of kids who experienced similar situations in their homes. So Dorita's case is composed of being locked in the house all day due to shootings in the neighborhood. Their mother was afraid they'd be killed. Um, Oftentimes, she would become physical with her children and force religion upon them by making them kneel, pouring water on them, and having them kneel in corners when they did something she did not like. So, how would I engage the children and family? So, initially, I would engage the family by being transparent and first introducing myself, my role, why I was there, why CPS is involved. I think today a lot of people automatically assume that CPS is involved simply to remove children from homes, and then they become intimidated, scared, and angry that we are present. So, most importantly, I'd explain why I'm there and ensure that they understand why. I would also go over goals and objectives of what will be accomplished. I then engage in conversation as a family, allowing each person to provide information on the situation at hand. This will also allow me to build trust and also receive a better outlook on any issues that are occurring. Afterwards, I would like to set aside time to interview the mom and any of concerns that she would like to be addressed, especially in regards to the children's behavior, the shootings, and the religion. Then I can interview the children individually to record their experiences and concerns. I also want to be sure to engage empathetically with the family and express that I'm here to make sure that they can live a healthy and safe life together as a family. So what I need to make a safety plan? So this case blurb is pretty short. It didn't provide a lot of information, so I would seek to fill in those gaps so that I have a clear depiction of their life history. So some of those questions would be, what are the ages of the children? Do they attend school? Are there any injuries? Do they have medical insurance? Is there adequate food, clothing, and space in the house or apartment? Is there any involvement or engagement of the children's father in their lives or her life? Um, are there any family members or friends they can turn to if they needed anything or if they needed to go to a safe place? Are there any immediate needs, such as transportation, um, food, childcare? Um, what is the mental health history of the mother and children, if any? I would ask the mother about her concerns involving safety and how she maintains safety. How does she even define safety? Is there anything that could be better in regards to keeping her children safe specifically? And then I also want to kind of hone in on what the mother thinks of herself as far as her own strengths and maybe even some opportunities for growth as a parent and see how she thinks about herself in those ways. I'd also ask the mom if she'd be willing to enter into a safety contract to ensure the safety and well being of herself and also her children. Um, I want to know what a typical day entails for the family, how the mom and children cope with stress, what are some of the discipline methods that they use, that she uses for her children, how do the children make her stressed out or upset, and is the family going to be receptive to receiving assistance? So these are just some of the questions that I would ask to get a better illustration of the history of the family dynamic as a whole in order for me to proceed and process with them a safety plan and a safety contract. So next, what safety plan would I make for the child to ensure his or her safety until I'm able to further assess and investigate the allegations? So in the meantime, I would want to create a safety contract with the family. So I want to educate the mother on other ways to deal with disciplining the children and restrict those current punishments. I know she said she had them kneel, she threw water on them, put them in the corner. So we would kind of navigate some other ways of dealing with the discipline factor. I want to identify any emergency contacts and actually create a list of folks that they trust and feel safe with. Um, I want to identify activities for the kids that will allow them to be safe, even if that's going to a neighbor's house that they trust. As long as the mom knows and she can kind of be at peace and at ease knowing that her children are able to go out and have fun but still be safe, we can kind of navigate and process that as a family. I'd also want to schedule a psychological mental health evaluation for the mom, maybe even possibly the children. Um, Consider scheduling parent support groups and also a parenting skills class for mom. Definitely some trauma therapy for the kids. Um, Maybe we can all come to an agreement, um, especially with the mom, about following and adhering to the safety contract while also defining the consequences if she did not follow them. And then lastly, I'd want to schedule a meeting that involved parents, the children, trusted relatives, friends that are really involved in their lives to continuously work at refocusing their family dynamics. So I want them to be aware that they're not in this alone, and there's a plethora of support systems around them, including myself. So yeah, that's what I would do if I was a CPS worker for this case. All right, thanks for listening to me, guys.